Good morning YouTube and welcome back to the channel. This is IMAX Sports with another football video, and today I'm going over my week 3 power rankings and score predictions. So I just made my score predictions part of this video, but it wasn't recording the face cam. I just got the recording of me typing in the numbers. So I'm going to quickly run through this. I had the Patriots correct, I had the Bills correct, I had the Dolphins correct, I had the Jets correct. I had the Steelers and Browns correct, but the Bengals was a tie. So usually I count wins, I count greens as 1 point, reds as 0 points, and yellows as a half point. So that's how my ranking goes. Chiefs haven't played yet, Broncos and Raiders I got correct. I got the Chargers wrong, Titans wrong, Texans, Colts, and Jaguars correct. Cowboys correct, Eagles incorrect, Giants correct, football team correct. It's interesting because I have the Texans right on all 3 of the first 3 games of the season. They lost all 3. I have them at 9-7. So it'll be interesting to see if they can actually turn around their season like I think they can, or if they're just going to plummet. Because I do think that they played 3 of the best teams in the league so far this season. And it'll be interesting to see if they can recover from that. So in the AFC, I only got 1 game wrong. I got 2 games wrong. I got the Chargers game wrong, and I got the Titans game wrong. But every other game I got correct, or I got the tie. Oh, even in the NFC East. So AFC and NFC East. And then the NFC North is really what killed me. I got the Packers right, I got the Vikings, Bears, and Lions all wrong. I got the Seahawks right, I got the 49ers right, I got the Rams right, I got the Cardinals incorrect, I got the Saints correct, I got the Bucks correct, and I got the Falcons and Panthers incorrect. So the teams that I'm having the most struggle with is the NFC North. I guess I'm only going to get Vikings games correct once they start losing, because I actually predict them to do well, and I'm only going to get Bears games wrong once they start losing. Because I predicted them to do poorly. So once I start having Vikings predictions to lose, and once the Bears start actually losing, then I might get some of those games right. But for right now, no. Every other team I have 2 games correct. I have the entire AFC East correct, which I'm not too shocked about because it's my own division. I know these teams very well, but I am a little surprised because I wasn't expecting to get all of the first 12 games correct for the AFC East. And the AFC North, I also wasn't expecting to be this correct on. I thought the Bengals would be 1-0 right now instead of 2-1 right now instead of 0-2-1. But 1-2. And other than that, most of my predictions have gone pretty well right now. I'm at about 73%. So my goal was 70. I'm at 72, 73. So if I get tonight's game correct, then I'm in the clear right now. And hopefully next week's predictions go pretty good. This game's a little concerning, the Falcons game, because they're not doing too hot. It's nice to see the NFC West all with wins. Packers loss will be interesting. I don't know who they're playing. Vikings loss, that's expected. Bears win, that's expected. Lions loss, that's expected. So Giants win, that's interesting. So it'll be interesting to see how next week goes. But I'm excited. So now we're starting into the thick of the season. Tomorrow I'm going to be posting a NFL MVP video. Who the MVP candidates are, what percentage I give them of getting the MVP. I'm going to be doing my top 10 candidates because there are a lot of decent MVP candidates out there right now, but there are 3 clear frontrunners. So I wanted to put that video out tomorrow because I want to give Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson a chance to light it up tonight. If they don't light it up tonight, then they'll probably still be on the video. They'll be in the video. They won't be in the top 3. But if one of them lights it up tonight, one of them doesn't, one that lights it up will definitely move into the top tier category. So I'm going to go over my power rankings tomorrow. Not my power rankings. I'm doing my power rankings right now. I'm going to be going over my predictions tomorrow. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Week 3 power rankings. So the power rankings are always one of my favorite things to watch. I always enjoy looking at Dan Hanzus' power rankings, seeing what the experts say about the power rankings. And one of the reasons why I started my own YouTube channel isn't because I wanted fame or glory or money. It's because I just want to put my own ideas out there. I want people to see my opinion of the NFL season, things that are going on in the league, and what is happening. And so I enjoy giving my own opinion on these different teams, and so far I haven't done terrible, and I think that it's been a lot of fun. So I hope to continue doing these videos for you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy them. So in the 32 through 25 category, we have the Bengals, the Eagles, the Jets, the Giants, the Broncos, the football team, and the Vikings. So the only reason why I have the Bengals and the Eagles below the Jets and the Giants is because they tied each other. And I think that is the most amazing thing in the history of the world. There were 7 possessions in that 10-minute overtime. Neither team could keep the ball for more than a minute. And after 7 possessions, nobody scored a single point. It was the best thing ever. It was hysterical. And I think that those two teams have to, just after that performance, they have to deserve the bottom spot in the league. They just deserve it. It's a God-given right for them. The Jets and the Giants, who are the real worst two teams in the league, I have at 30 and 29. I have the Broncos at 28. They were coming out strong. They looked like they're going to have a hot team this year, and they have not delivered. The football team is 1 and 2, better than anyone else in this list here, and I could not put them any higher than this. I don't believe in Dwayne Haskins. And then the Vikings are a major disappointment. I thought they'd be 9 and 7. I thought they would have 2 wins right now. Nah, man, they're not. Jaguars are also the second lowest team that has a win. They're also 1 and 2, and they had a really sad performance against the Miami Dolphins. Yes, the Miami Dolphins, who made a major jump this week. The Dolphins, the Panthers, and the Lions all won, and they all made major leaps because I thought that they deserved major leaps. I don't think that the Jaguars and the football team should get any credit for the wins that they've had in this season. The Dolphins, the Panthers, and the Jaguars, I think all had great wins this week. The Dolphins mainly being over the Jaguars, so I need to put the Dolphins above the Jaguars. And it was a blowout win too. It's like 31-13. So above the Jaguars, we have the Falcons, the team that throws for 500 yards a game and can't win. And then the Texans, the team that has been against 3 of the toughest teams in the league. The Texans should start making their way up the power rankings, but I can't have them much higher than, what are they at, 22 right now? I can't have them much higher than 22 if they're 0-3. So next week, once they win a game, and they're not against one of the best teams in the league, then I'll bump them up a little bit. I think the Lions are better than the Dolphins, who are better than the Panthers. They're all 1 and 2. And of course, the Raiders at 2 and 1 are better than all of them. The Chargers almost tied the Chiefs, so I'm still having them above the Raiders. So just a little clarity there. And then the Browns, who are also 2 and 1, just like the Raiders, I have above the Chargers. The only team the Browns have lost to is the Ravens, and I think that that's saying something about the Browns. I'm not saying the Browns are going to make the playoffs, because the AFC has a lot of playoff contenders, and I think that the Patriots and Bills and Steelers and Ravens, all 4 are almost guaranteed to make the playoffs. Well, not guaranteed, but they're all looking like very strong playoff contenders compared to the Browns. So I don't think that the Browns are looking too hot for the playoffs right now, but I have them sitting at 17, about a middle of the gap team. 16 through 10, I have the Colts starting it off, with the Saints right above them. The Saints have been dwindling every week. They started off in the top 3, then they moved to the 9-4 category. Now they're at the bottom of 16 to 10. They're at best a mediocre team right now. Drew Brees played some good football yesterday, but Alvin Kamara is their main wide receiver, and he's a running back. They don't have any wide receivers. Michael Thomas is injured. Their offense is doing well for itself, and that's surprising me. So for my 16 to 10 range, this is where I mark the cutoff as the potential playoff teams. So right now, I think that the Colts and the Browns have a very similar chance of making the playoffs. So the Colts are at 16, the Browns are at 17. But after the Colts and the Browns, I think every team in the top 15 has a decent chance at making the playoffs. 12 teams make the playoffs, so 3 of these teams will not. At least 3 will not. But I think that these are the teams that are looking with the best playoff standings right now. So at 15, I have the Saints, who are 1-2. I had them 13-3 before the season started. That's clearly not happening anymore, but they still could be a playoff contender if they get a wild card spot. I think that the Buccaneers will win their division. The Buccaneers are looking stronger on offense and on defense right now. I know that the Saints beat them in the first game of the season, but that's because Brady was a brand new quarterback in a brand new system. So after this week's games, I have the Buccaneers at number 10 and the Saints at number 15. So right above the Saints, I have the Cowboys. The Saints and the Cowboys are both 1-2. And the reason why, so I would have the Saints and the Cowboys above the Rams and the Cardinals, but I think the Saints and the Cowboys look like stronger teams, but they have a worse record. I went more by the record this week. I had some teams with worse records above teams with better records, but I went more by the book this week than last week. Last week was a little bit willy-nilly, and I got some of my teams a little too far below or too far above where they should be. So this week I went a little more by the book. Above the Cowboys, I have the Rams and the Cardinals. I should have had the Rams above the Cardinals, but because the Cardinals lost to a more pathetic opponent than the Rams did this week. The Rams lost to the 3-0 Bills. The Cardinals lost to the currently 1-2 Lions, so I was shocked that they lost that game. But maybe the Lions have more to bring to the table than I thought they did. Who knows? The Bears are above the Cardinals at 3-0. And I would have the Bears lower because I don't really believe in the Bears. But they are 3-0, so I can't really give them too much discredit. They have been playing good football, and they've been playing good defensive football. And that's what's been winning games for them. They beat the Falcons after being down 26-9. The Falcons have officially made a name for themselves as the team in the NFL that cannot win a game for their life, even if they are up by 3 touchdowns. Because that's what they've done the last 3 weeks in a row. And I'm shocked. I thought that the Falcons were going to have a pretty decent season, but they just can't seem to win a game. It's like they want to lose. They play amazing in the first half, and then decide, I don't feel like winning this week, and then they just lose. And it's almost funny and it's kind of sad at the same time. Right above the Bears, I have the Buccaneers, now at 2-1, who played a really great game this week. And I'm excited to see how their season continues to unfold. Gronk almost had a touchdown. My man, it was really sad. He almost had 2. One of them was a shot that was a little overthrown by Brady, so Gronk it was impossible for him to catch it, even though he's a 10-foot tall monster. He still couldn't bring it in. It was a little too far out. And then the second time, he was running it in, and he was going to drag this defender right into the end zone, but some safety came out of nowhere and smashed him, so sadly he didn't get the touchdown there. I'm still waiting for his first touchdown of the season. I am so ready for that. I've been watching the games all the way through. I've been watching bits and pieces of them because I'm not a Buccaneers fan. I'm a Tom Brady and a Rob Gronkowski fan, but they are fun to watch. They do have a pretty solid offense, and they're starting to come into their own. And then now we have 9 through 4. This is where the teams start getting serious. These are the teams that have as almost winning divisions. Not all these teams are going to win a division, obviously, because you can't have 9 division winners, but these are the teams that are looking like they're winning divisions. So you have the 49ers at number 9. I have the 49ers at number 9 because they're still winning games when their entire team is injured. And Nick Mullins had a really good looking. Nick Mullins, he played some games when Jimmy Garoppolo was injured a couple years ago. Nick Mullins looks good. And so even if Jimmy Garoppolo gets injured, they still have a pretty decent backup quarterback. Tom Brady, not Tom Brady. The Patriots and not Tom Brady are right above them at 2-1 as well. I have the Patriots above the 49ers because the Patriots, in my opinion, lost to a more formidable opponent than the 49ers did. It's hard for the Patriots to be 3-0 when they've only played, when their 3 games, one of them was against the best team in the league. So it'll be interesting to see how the Patriots play against the Chiefs. They beat the Raiders pretty handily. The Raiders won their first 2 games by a decent margin. They beat the Saints by 2 scores, and they won the first game pretty handily as well. they were looking really good coming into this game, and then we completely shut them down. Their offense couldn't score on us at all. And the only reason why the game was even decently close was because we just let them drive down the field at the end of the game to run time off the clock. That game should have ended 36-13. We should have won by 4 scores, and then we just let them drive down the field because the game was over. And that was all she wrote. The game ended with a fumble recovery in the end zone by the Patriots, and that's just what the game was. It was just a domination by the Patriots. The first half was pretty close, but the second half was just all Patriots. So I'm excited to see how our team goes this week. Because we're against the Chiefs. So if we beat the Chiefs, then we're gonna skyrocket in my power rankings. I don't know if we're gonna skyrocket in other people's, but in my power rankings, we're going to go probably number 4 or 5 if we beat the Chiefs. The Bills right now I have at number 7, right above the Patriots. The reason why I have the Bills above the Patriots is because the Bills are 3-0. That is the sole reason why I have the Bills above the Patriots. And it's more of a formality because if I have the Patriots above the Bills and the Patriots have a worse record, everyone's going to say, oh my gosh, your power rankings aren't legitimate because you have the Patriots above the Bills. So I have the Bills above the Patriots. You're welcome. Above the Bills, I have the Titans, who are also 3-0. They've been winning every game, but they've been winning them close. And I think that that's a good thing and a bad thing, because their defense is a lot weaker than I thought it was going to be. But they're scoring a lot of points every week, and that is consistently a good thing to see. I'd rather have an offense that scores a lot and wins close games than be the Vikings or the Falcons. So I meant the Falcons, I just said Vikings on accident. Above the Titans, we have the Steelers, who are 3-0 with Ben Roethlisberger. The Steelers are a powerhouse team in the NFL, and I think that they could potentially win the division. I had the Steelers at 11-5 and the Ravens at 12-4 for this season. I think that the Steelers could even be better than 11-5. They haven't played any teams that are too impressive yet. They played the Texans, but other than the Texans, they haven't played any too impressive teams. So it'll be interesting to see who they end up beating as the season progresses. And at number 4, we have the Ravens. The top 4 did not change because the Ravens and Chiefs haven't played yet, so I don't know which team is going to come victorious out of that. And then my other 2 teams in the top 3 just played phenomenal games, so they just stayed where they were. So yeah, those are my 9 through 4. I am going to make my MVP video tomorrow, as I said, seeing how Lamar Jackson does. And my top 3 are consistent, same as every week, except for week 1, I had the Saints, but now the Packers are almost guaranteed in that spot. 37-30. What a game. I did not watch a lot of it, but it was a good game. And Aaron Rodgers is proving that he can ball out without any wide receivers on the entire team. Their team has 0 wide receivers. They have none. Their wide receivers are gone, and they're winning. So, 37-30. What a game. The Chiefs are number 2. Reigning Super Bowl champs. That's the only reason why I have the Chiefs above the Ravens. The Chiefs and Ravens are about tied in my opinion, but the Chiefs are the reigning Super Bowl champs, so I have to give it to the Chiefs. And then the best team in the league is the Seattle Seahawks. If anyone says otherwise, then they're just wrong. They're just wrong. Patrick Mahomes went 12-4 a couple of years ago, winning the AFC with 50 touchdowns. He had 13 touchdowns in the first 3 games. Right now, Russell Wilson has 14. And he almost had 15, because if DK Metcalf didn't fumble a football out of the back of the end zone, they would have 15 right now. Russell Wilson almost has 2 more touchdowns than Mahomes did in his 50 touchdown season. So I'll show you guys my MVP predictions tomorrow. I think that my ideas about the Seahawks and Russell Wilson have already been exemplified on this channel a couple of times. But thank you guys all for watching this video. I really appreciate all the support. I'm sorry I haven't been getting any videos out recently. I've been really busy with school. I'm going to try to be consistent this week. I want to get a video out tomorrow. I want to do a fantasy football update because I have some pretty interesting updates for fantasy football. Mainly me being pathetic at choosing players. I'm good at knowing how teams are going to do. I just don't know how players are going to do. because individual players have really weird stats, so I'll get into all of that at some point this week. But I hope to start cutting out 3 to 4 videos a week, but my schoolwork is just piling on, so I just need to wake up earlier. So sorry for all of the video misses. I really do hope to start getting into a rhythm with that. But thank you guys for all watching my videos. I really do enjoy it. Let's try to get to 30 subscribers. I haven't gained a subscriber in a while. And that's probably because I haven't been uploading consistently. But I hope you guys do enjoy my content. I put a lot of time and effort into it. And I just enjoy giving my opinions to you guys because not everyone has the chance to spread their opinions to a broader audience. And it would be great if my audience could broaden a little bit so I could spread that opinion a little bit more. So thank you guys again for watching this video. I really do appreciate all the support. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.